The animated storytime community is a disgrace to YouTube as a whole. Stay tuned for more epic Minecraft Let's Plays. Hey guys, it's Bonds, and if you're familiar with the smaller YouTube community that has been blowing up recently, well, maybe a small community then you would know of a person called Daft Pina. He's basically a critic for these storytime animation YouTubers that have been popping up recently, and I believe he is a necessary thing that should exist. Because the animated storytime community is just full of yes men that don't like criticism, so I'm glad we have someone like him to tone them down a little bit. With that being said, Daft Pina made a video on a person named Goodman, which surprisingly did not immediately block him on Twitter, and instead made a response video to Daft Pina calling him out. I was gonna try to be as unbiased as possible. Like, maybe there was a couple things that I agreed with in this video. Maybe there was like some actual points against Daft Pina that no one had really heard before. Not even freaking close. Literally every point makes no sense. With that being said, I know that Daft Pina is gonna take like 5 billion years to respond to this, so why don't I take a swing at things? Because I have opinions and I want validation. Let's go.
This is going to be a one-time thing where I respond to the haters or any negativity thrown my way.
Notice how he uses the word haters and not criticism. This is a tactic that a lot of people use to downplay the criticism and make the critics seem like they're the bad guys when it's really obvious that they're not. These are the kind of things used by people who are wrong.
Lately, there has been so many lies and twisted facts about me that it's gotten to the point where I have to take a stand and defend myself.
Again, calling it lies and twisted facts just to like discredit all the things that Daft Pina has said about him when most of them are true. Goodman even agrees with a large majority of Daft Pina's points. So, calling them lies or twisted facts doesn't make sense.
This channel is about positivity, where I make people laugh and put a smile on everyone's face. If you're so confident, then accept my challenge. But I know you won't, because that's the kind of person you are. All bark but no bite.
I don't really think I need to say anything else to this one.
Some very misleading stuff by some very malicious people who make very misleading videos intentionally, who supposedly do lots of research on me before dropping a big expose video.
And he really just wants to drill into your head that Daft Pina is the worst human to ever exist. He just criticized you because you're lazy at drawing, Jesus Christ.
Could I make my own videos with my own art style? Well, yeah, that's why I look different right now. But I am a clone channel, and I want to make videos like the odd ones out, so I'm pretty sure anyone who watches my videos can obviously see that I'm a clone.
He says stuff like this a lot in this video. He's basically trying to say that, oh, I agree with the criticism and I agree that it's a bad thing, but I'm not gonna improve my content or stop doing the thing that is obviously bad. I'll probably talk about it more later, but just know he's dumb.
Do you guys know what a clone is? Because apparently some people don't. So let's see what Life Noggin has to say about all this clone stuff.
Cloning is the process of producing a genetically identical copy of a living organism.
This reminds me of a person I talked about in the past stop rant videos using the Google definitions to try to prove a point, even though it's obvious that that's not the right source that you're supposed to use. Using the scientific definition of a clone, it doesn't prove your point at all. You're still a clone channel because you are obviously ripping off the odd ones out. Using Life Noggin for some reason isn't proving your point any more than you are. And you aren't, so.
I don't think James is mad that there is another clone of him out there. So I don't understand why so many people are mad with me.
Okay, just because one person is okay with it doesn't mean that the entire population of the Earth has to conform to this person's opinion. Just because it's the odd ones out and he's respected in the community doesn't mean that his opinion holds any more weight to Daft's or anyone else's, for that matter. This reminds me of Westcom's rebuttal to the rape jokes. It's like, oh, the person I made the jokes to I apologized to them and they said it was okay, so why should you be angry at this? And you all know that everyone disagreed with that point because it's stupid and bad logic.
But we're forgetting about the most important person's opinion about this whole entire thing, and that's the Odd Ones Out himself. So I really think we should tweet at the Odd Ones Out and show him this video and hear what he thinks about all of this. So if you want, you can send me a DM on Twitter and we can have a civil and peaceful conversation and put this drama to rest.
Notice me, James Senpai. Also, with that last clip, what do you think DMing the Odd Ones Out's going to do? You're not having beef with James, you're having beef with Daft. You aren't even having beef with Daft, he just criticized you for stealing clip art.
So James, if you're watching this video, I want to work with you, not against you with this whole controversy thing. You can send me a DM on Twitter and we can have a civil and peaceful conversation and put this drama to rest.
James, if you're watching this, please, give me more validation.
So to everyone who thinks I'm this malicious art thief, would I really be taking it this far?
No one's saying that you're a malicious art thief, we're just saying that you're lazy. And you use clip art instead of drawing your own assets for backgrounds for videos. With points like this and the minute-long super edgy intro, it just goes to showing us that he's obviously taking this way too seriously. He's showing his audience that this is the most important thing that could ever exist, and he's gonna ruin his career if he doesn't respond to all these claims, when really he's just criticizing him for using clip art instead of drawing.
I mean, let's be real here. How many of you just watch a YouTube video for entertainment and just want a good laugh? Because I know I do, and a whole lot of other people do too.
But let's be real here. How many of you are part of my sheep fanbase that is too ignorant to notice any of the flaws that make me a horrible content creator?
Fox got you covered. I'm going to put tons of sources for anything I use in my videos in the description box below in all of my videos from now on.
I know that the citing sources criticism was a thing that Daft said that Fox should do, but I don't see that that's like a good criticism or like a good ways to improve. The way that I see it is that he's just doing this as an excuse to continue using these clip art images that he didn't draw, even though, again, he's an art and animation channel.
I never knew using Google Images was such a bad thing. I mean, I use Google for everything.
How was I supposed to know that taking things off of Google and not drawing things is such a horrible thing for a channel based entirely off of art to do?
And if my favorite YouTubers are using Google Images and a whole lot of other YouTubers get to use Google Images in their videos, then why can't I? What makes me so different?
Because again, you're probably sick of hearing this, but you're an animation channel based entirely around drawing things. You shouldn't be lazy and not draw your own assets for videos. The difference between all the examples that you showed of people using Google Images is that they are actual images and not images that could be misconstrued as, oh, they drew this. Like, look at the couch. You could have drawn that couch, but you didn't draw that couch. You found it off of Google Images. Now, I'm not saying that you should just use a realistic couch. I'm saying you should draw your own friggin' couch.
For all the tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists out there who rely on stuff like the spectrogram and comparing frequencies, it's 100% false.
Once again, he's painting Daft Pina in a horrible light, this time by calling him a conspiracy theorist. For some reason, he compares Daft Pina finding evidence of them being the same person to conspiracies about the moon landing being fake. This is like the textbook definition of villainizing a person for your own gain. It's just so obvious that's happening, and it's just so scummy and horrible. It's a horrible point in general. Now notice how he doesn't give any evidence as to him and Matt not being the same person. He just kind of brushes that off with something more exciting, an epic challenge for Daft Pina to partake in. But if you actually listen to what he's saying, he never states the parameters of the challenge. He's just like, ooh, it's a big challenge, put the money where your mouth is. You're gonna definitely believe me, this is definitely going to prove that we're not the same person. Put your money where your mouth is. This is gonna be an epic challenge that I know you won't accept. Put your money where your friggin' mouth is. The only thing that I could misconstrue are the parameters of this, or Daft Pina giving him a response to this video, basically just begging Daft for more attention, and announcing a GoFundMe to pay for him to go to VidCon. $100,000 to get him to go to VidCon. Even though the highest priced ticket to go to VidCon is only $800, he needs that much money. Because of course he does. This isn't a response to the point. This is just begging for money and attention. There isn't anything else I really have to say. It's just him taking clips out of context to make Daft look bad, and then he ends with saying all the support he's getting, ignoring all of the horrible criticisms that he's been receiving that are completely valid, and this video is not. I literally wrote down the script. In conclusion, he gay boy. In conclusion, these aren't really rebuttals to any of the points. There's a lot of flawed logic, and he agrees with most of the points, even though he states throughout the video that, oh, all these lies and twisted facts and stuff. Even though he agreed and wholeheartedly supports the fact that he is most of the things that Daft said, and then he begs for money, which is always a great rebuttal to any argument. Hey, aren't you a pedophile? Give me money. So anyways, I hate myself for having to watch this video. I'll see you all in the next video, and goodbye.